Fourier series expansion deals with the periodic function. A function f of t is periodic if there exists some real number 2p such that f of t is equal to f of t plus 2p. Or after some interval 2p, the value of the function just repeats. The minimum or least value of 2p which satisfies the condition for periodicity is called the period of the function. So note 2p, not just p. So for the example or for the function shown here, this function is periodic because the period or the value of f of t repeats with every 2p is equal to 2. Or after 2 units, makita natin, umuulit lang yung value ni f of t. This is your period. To get the Fourier series expansion of a periodic function with period 2p, the function should be expressed as an infinite series of cosine and sine of this form. F of t is equal to a naught over 2 plus summation from 1 into infinity of a n cosine n pi t over p plus summation from n is equal to 1 to infinity of b of n sine n pi t over p. The values a naught, a n, and b n are called your Euler-Fourier coefficients and can be calculated from the following formulas. A naught is equal to 1 over p, summation from d over d to d plus 2p, f of t dt. A of n is equal to 1 over p, summation, integrating from d to d plus 2p of f of t cosine n pi t over p dt. And d of n is equal to 1 over p integrating from d to d plus 2p f of t sine n pi t over dt. P here is your half period. This is essentially P is equal to 2P over 2 or 1/2 of your period. D is just any number in the function or any value of t. Hence, periodic siya. You may take any value or any range from d to d plus 2p. N is an integer from 1 to infinity. And p is your variable. Ang goal natin sa Fourier series expansion is to get the values of the Euler-Fourier coefficients, then substitute them back into this equation, and yun ay sagot. Now, let's take this example. Express the given periodic function as a sine and cosine if the function is defined over one period by the equation below. F of t is equal to t from 0 to 2, and f of t is equal to 2 from 2 to 4. Umuulit daw siya. Let's draw the number line. This is f of t, and this is f of t. This 0 is 2, and this is 4. From 0 to 2, e is equal to f of t, so this will be a line like this. Then from 2 to 4, f of t is equal to 2. Then since this is a repeating function, we expect that after this period, the values of f of t is repeating with a period of 4, or 2p is equal to 4. This would mean that your p is equal to 2. Since we need to express it in terms of sines and cosines, we need to get the Fourier series expansion of t equal to a naught over 2 plus summation 1 a and cosine phi plus summation of n is equal to 1 infinity of p of n sine phi. First, kunin natin yung ating coefficients, E naught, E of n, and P of n. First, we can solve for A naught. A naught is equal to 1 over p, nation from b plus 2p, f of t. A naught natin, well, it's a 1 over p natin is 2. Then, we can just check for any range. So, gamitin natin 0 to 4. So, d will be 0, d plus 2p will be 4. Ito yung bounds ng ating function. F of t natin is yung f of t natin kanina, f of t. Since your function is nahati sa dalawa, we can also hatiin sa dalawa itong function. Kaya dito, 1 half from 0 to 2 t dt plus 2 to 4 2. Ang ginawa na natin dito, hinati natin itong function na to into its two component function. The one from 0 to 2 and the one from 2 to 4. Okay? Solving for this integral, have 1 half e 1 half of integral of t is t squared plus integral of 2 to t. Then meron tayong bounds from 0 to 2. And we have from 2 to 4. Okay. So a naught here equal to 1 half or minus 0 plus 2 times 4 minus 2 times 0. So a naught would then be equal to 1 half of 12, which is x. For an is equal to 1 over p integral of b plus 2p f of t cosine and pi t equal to 1 over 2 integral from 0 to 4. Then, yung f of t, again, nahati sa dalawa, have 0 to 2 na t, and from 2 to 4, na 2 lang siya. Sabi natin, cosine and pi t over t, t is 2. This will become equal to 1 half integral of 0 to 2 e cosine and pi over 2 plus integral from 2 to 4 times 2 cosine pi over 2. Evaluate both of these. Evaluating both of these, we would get 1 half 2 over n pi times n pi plus 2 over n pi squared cosine pi minus 0 plus 2 over n pi squared cosine 0 So, ang nangyari dito, we did integration by parts. Okay? For this first term, we did IB. Then, for the second term, just straight integration. 4 over n pi sine 2n pi minus 4 over n pi sine n pi. Okay? So, evaluating this one, sine n pi, sine n pi is sine pi, sine 2 pi, sine 3 pi, sine 4 pi, sine 5 pi. This value here, okay, this is always 0 because sine n pi always 0. Sine pi equals to 0. Sine 2 pi equals to 0. Lahat yan, 0. So this is equal. Okay. Cosine n pi naman, yun natin, cosine pi is equal to 1. Cosine 2 pi equals to 1. Cosine 3 pi equals to negative 5. So, ang cosine n pi natin, okay, cosine n pi actually equal to negative 1 and this one here, negative 1 and cosine 0 is 1, sine squared n pi and sine n pi, this is 0, 0. So, ang matitira sa atin is equal to 1 half 0 plus 2 over n pi squared negative 1 raised to n minus 2 over n pi squared times 1 minus 0 or walan sa 2 over n squared pi squared negative 1 raised to n plus 1. This is lastly for b of n. B of n, similar din sa a of n, 1 over t integral of 0 to 4 f of t, but instead of cosine, it's now sine n pi t over. Well, yan, so 1 over 2, 0 to 4, t sine n pi t over 2. And gagawin natin kinapagkat na, hatiin natin siya. 1 half of 0 to 2 times t sine n pi plus 4 2 sine n pi over 2. Integrating both sides, this one by parts, have 1 half 2 over n pi t cosine n pi t over 2 plus 2 over n pi squared sine pi t 2 from 0 to minus 4 over n pi cosine n pi t over 2 from 2 to 4. Then, evaluating, 1 half integral o sorry, negative 4 n pi cosine n pi plus 2 n pi squared sine n pi minus 0 minus 2 over n pi squared sine 0 minus 4 n pi cosine 2 n pi plus 4 over n pi cosine pi. For this first one, we're evaluating all of this from 0 to 2, this whole thing. So when we look into this equation, negative 4 n pi cosine n pi and 4 n pi cosine n pi, this cancel out. Sine n pi is 0. Because sine pi, 2 pi, 3 pi, 4 pi, always 0. Sine 0 is 0. Cosine 2n pi is cosine 2n pi meanwhile. Cosine 2n pi. So for any value of n, if n is equal to 1, cosine 2 pi. N is equal to 2, cosine 4 pi. This is always equal to 1. This one is equal to 1. Ang patitira lang sa atin is equal to 1 half negative 4 n pi. Or, what's siya sa 2 over 5. That is n. So, we will have the Fourier expansion as f of t equal to a naught natin is 6. 6 over 2. 6 over 2 plus summation from n is equal to 1 infinity of a of n, which is this value here, 2 over n squared pi squared times negative 1 over n, negative 1 raised to n plus 1, negative 1 raised to n plus 1 multiplied by cosine n pi e over 2 plus the summation from n is equal to 1 of infinity of b of n, negative 2 n pi sine n pi e over 2. This is your this one, final. There are a certain type or certain classes of periodic functions that can either be even or odd. An even function, a function f of t, is an even function if for every t, f of t is equal to f of negative t. The graph of f of t versus t of an even function is symmetrical with respect to the vertical or your y-axis. Mirror image siya with respect. That is your even function. Meanwhile, an odd function, the function f of t is an odd function if for every t, f of t is equal to negative f, negative t. The graph of f of t versus t of an odd function is symmetrical naman with respect to the origin. Meron kang point of symmetry na yung origin mo. And if you draw an arrow from this origin. If you do the reverse of that arrow, dun pupunta yung odd function mo. So for this one, this is symmetrical with your origin. This is an odd function. Kanina, this is an even function. Point of symmetry, origin, the odd. Meanwhile, sa even, have your mirror line is your f of t or your y axis. So, bakit natin ito kailangan? Well, hindi naman siya kailangan. Pero, pag na-realize nyo na even or odd function siya, mapapadali yung calculations natin. Because, if your function is even, okay, if even yung function natin, automatic e of n is equal to 0. And mas maganda, if odd naman yung function natin, then a of n is equal to 0 and also a naught is equal to automatic yan. For all even functions, e of n is equal to 0. Meanwhile, for all odd functions, a of n and a naught is equal to 0. Then, just use the same formulas that we've been using to get the Fourier series expansion of the periodic function.